Our connection with God is so important that Jesus says without Him we can achieve nothing of significance or lasting value. In John chapter 15 verse 4, Jesus says, "Remain in me as I remain in you." Just as a branch that's severed from a vine can't bear fruit, He says, "Remain in me if you want to be fruitful." A branch on its own is useless. It's firewood. It can't produce fruit unless it stays connected to the vine. And so you and I can achieve nothing for God unless we remain connected to Him. And the amazing truth in this chapter that Jesus teaches us is that when we asked Him into our heart, He cleaned us and forgave us. And He's accepted us into Him, just as if we were a branch that's been grafted into the vine. The purpose of a branch is to bear fruit. It can't do it on its own. All it needs to do is stay connected to the vine. And Jesus wants you and me to be fruitful for Him, to shine for Him and see lives around us transformed. He wants us to be the people He's designed us to be. But we can't achieve that on our own. We need to stay close to Jesus, trusting in Him and surrender our lives to Him as our King. In verse 8, Jesus says, "When you produce much fruit, you are my true disciples, and this brings glory to my Father in heaven." A farmer doesn't want a branch that produces hardly any fruit. He will prune it to be more fruitful. In the same way, God doesn't want those things in our lives to hold us back and stop us being effective for Him. He will cut those things off that stop us being fruitful. He'll change our attitudes, our habits, and our thought processes so we can be more fruitful for Him. In verse 10, Jesus says, "Obey my commands and you will remain in my love." It's simple. If you love Jesus, just obey Him, and then you'll be filled with His joy. We all want to be joyful. So just obey Jesus, stay as close to Him as you possibly can, and you will bear fruit without even realizing it.